Hi guys, and welcome back to the JKT Advent Calendar in Minecraft. It's day 23. We are building beside the post office in the park. What are we building? Fuck. I will say the track has to wait a little bit for the wall to go up, because I want the track to be outside the wall. But that's, I need to phone a friend. I need to call a friend. We're kidnapping our friend from last time. What do we need? What are we using? What are we? No. Oh, that's gonna be questionable. Give me a good block then. Come on, good block. Dark oak. Dark oak is acceptable. We can work with dark oak. Alright, so there's our friend from last time. We stole him again. They're having a moment. We are arguing a bit. So we're beside the post office behind the park. They nudged my camera and I didn't catch it. They really like to nudge my camera. Anyway, so for lack of a better term of what I wanted a big tube. It is a little bit phallic shaped. So we started with I think it's a 15 diameter circle top. And then we were discussing what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And realized that was a little bit too small. We expand this tube multiple times until we get to acceptable size. Because I want essentially 4 separate rails. I want one side to have 2, a middle walking area, and then another side to have 2 with a side walking area on that side and the first side. Originally I thought just 2 blocks would be fine. Rails can stick beside each other, but the fact that they kept randomly crossing didn't work very well. So we ended up with... Also, again, this is us just discussing. There's a lot of us just trying to figure out how to get this to work. And they thought I wanted aesthetic rails, because a lot of this build is aesthetic. So they put campfires down. I'm like, well, no, I want functional rails. We have rails. We don't need to be aesthetic with this. We have actual rails. So yeah, this is where I realized I can't just do 2. It has to be 3. And then I tear apart the circle and we're making it bigger again. I think the circle gets destroyed more than anything else in this build. So I think that's a 19 now. Whee! So they're testing it out. We're playing with the glazed. We do have a bunch of glazed at the side that we were playing with. In the end, we're going with black and pink. So we're going to do... Most of the main walkway is going to be pink glazed, where the barriers at the sides of the rails, like that, for me it's yellow, where I'm at. Big yellow bar, so for a warning, you're right next to the tracks. You could fall in. You get hit by the train if you're too close. This is the warning area. And it looks okay. It's very pink. This whole build ends up being very pink because of it, because oh my god. Yeah, so this is where we stop, we discuss, we figure out how it is. I explain what I want at the end. So I want those 2 rails to come up. The far set's going to go up a railing and then on the actual tracks, and the closer side is going to go actually underground and go north-south, where the above ground is going to go east-west. So I could have done the underground one. I could have made part of the tunnel. I didn't. Because I have to figure out how deep I have to go. But later on we do get a sample of what I want the track to kind of look like. It's not fully built. It was 3 a.m. almost. No, 2. It was 3 a.m. for them. It was 2 a.m. for me when we stopped. I was very tired. We needed to stop. So, we've got our template. We've got kind of what we want. And we realized this is not enough space. Man, even at 400% speed, it's a lot of us nattering around. Later on you'll see us like actually just constantly building. Because this ends up being a really large build. We did under the tracks. They did black concrete, and then I changed it to concrete powder on my side, and it looks really good. It looks well used, it looks well worn, and the rain, fuck the rain. Yeah, so I want it. The idea of this is I described it as a long john, like a Crimfield long john, or a condom. The condom's a better explanation, where it's closed and rounded off at one end, and then it's just open, an wide opening for like all the trains to come out. There is, again, since we have to wait for some of the wall to come in before we finish the train station fully, it's gonna be a little weird. So part of it is empty later on. So we've kept our wall. That's where, like, that's as far as we're coming on this side. We don't want to get too close to the post office. We want to do the train station on this side behind the post office. I might also bring a road up the side depending on how much space there is. I don't think there's a lot of space though, but I might bring a road up the side of the post office as well. So I fixed the circle and I miscounted the circle somewhere and I can't figure out where I've miscounted, and I realized it was the beginning. It was the top part. I missed a block. Now it works. Good circle. It's a weird building, I know. The colors we have chosen don't help the phallic shape either. We do fix the phallic shape though. It does look better. I promise. I hope. But we're discussing that. So we've got the train stop. This is like the end of the line. This is where they stop. So I want them to come off the tracks, stop, people to get on it, and then to go back down the track. But at the front, we want like a little half-pot barn by the curve, so that you could just come up it, just to look over the ridge. We're also going to do a balcony, an overlooking balcony, so you can fully walk above the tracks, see everything. It will look cool, I hope. And they are working on that platform we discussed. I'm working on extending the rails out a bit. And then I'm going to work on the pink flooring, because currently they're just placed randomly. There's no pattern. We are going to have to go back, though, and pattern it. And it's going to suck. I also left the black alone because they were doing some craziness with it. They were doing some cool arrow pattern. I couldn't see it. There's just too much going on in the black terracotta for me to be able to see much in it. I'll watch what they're doing for a moment. I'm trying to bring out this wall. We discussed the balcony. And I feel like that's an appropriate height. It's almost like 4 or 5 blocks up. So you're well above it. You have a lot of headroom on the bottom floor. If it was a full-size train, it would easily be able to fit in. The balcony does not go all the way over, but we do have bridges that go over. And I'm fixing the floor pattern. And I hate it. It is horrid. It is a mess. I'm trying to make sure it matches, and they're like, no, you just need to do half. I'm like, I haven't gotten to the half yet, is the problem. I needed half. So, this is, if you don't know how glazed terracotta works, there are 4 corners. Depending on which way you are facing when you place the block, it changes the direction of the block, like any directional block. Except it's a lot harder to figure out. So after a while, I kind of just break it and I do one at a time all the way down, and then I come back and I do the other side, facing the other direction. It made it easier. It just worked in my brain, so I kept it, I left it, it's fine. Look at that, that side's done. Now we got this weird petally flower thing going on. And I gotta be careful, they keep telling me not to look at the platform until they're done, so I have to keep looking down and ignoring them while trying to literally spin in circles. And figure out where the hell I am. Because I'm blind 90% of the time. And we also got into a discussion of how loud trains are. And it's right next to the park. So man, it's gonna, that water park is gonna be so loud, it's just constantly, you're just gonna hear the trains go. But also kids love trains, and the school's right there too. So like, the school children are gonna have a whale of a time. They're gonna be having great fun. And probably more fun than I am building this floor. I do wish we did crosses. But just to break up the monotony of glazed terracotta, we come to discuss the platform. They finished it. I did not like the dorite. It didn't match. It was too white. The pink terracotta does have white, but I feel like it was just too much. Like well, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough white to institute dorite. I got away with quartz. And they point out andesite. Andesite, my best friend. Yeah, and then they point out they point out my best block, my favorite block, that it's almost in every single dang build. It is the best block. We haven't looked, I don't want to look, I'm scared, and I don't think the fill command counts. But at the end of all this, I am going to check the stats. We'll look over them, we'll see what block I place the most. And I'm almost guaranteeing it's going to be andesite, and it's going to be mahogany are going to be up there. Some form of mahogany block, some form of andesite are going to be the top ones. Skulk might be up there just because of the paths and the sheer number. But top 5, guaranteeing almost, there's going to be an andesite and there's going to be a mahogany block in the top 5 place blocks. And if the fill command counts, it's going to be grass. Grass block. You heard you like grass blocks, so we put grass block in your grass blocks. Anyway, I'm just using the fill command. We changed the walls to dark oak log. And it's stripped. Part of me wishes we kept the texture of the bark. But also, I feel like that would be way too dark. Like here we've got a nice chocolate malt. If we did the bark, it would be even darker. Or maybe if we came back with accents in the bark, that would have been good. It still looks good. It's still it is very much a chocolate strawberry shortcake. That is what we've built. This rail station is a chocolate strawberry shortcake. And no one can convince me otherwise. And then we got rails. So I was originally using trapdoors, I tried the fences, I tried fence gate patterns. The trapdoors looked the best, but I didn't like the dark oak. So they brought out I think I brought out the cherry wood. The cherry wood trapdoors, which do have that nice see-through square. And they're pink, so they match the floor, making this even more of a strawberry shortcake. It is a very pink build. As I said, we got the sky bridge. I want to have, they built one, and I think we end up moving this over later on. Like, I have to get up. There's a part in the recording where I leave and the recording stops. And they kept building some, like, I don't know how long I'm going to be. Just keep going. There it is. There's that split. They kept going, and you can see they moved the bridge. They finished the banister. And my mother came home, and there was a small problem, so I had to go check on that. So the bridges are 3 wide, and that is because, unlike the walkways where the trapdoor is on the outside, this one the trapdoor has to be on the inside. And because we lose a little bit of space from that, they feel pretty narrow. So it's okay. And it doesn't look bad. It looks like some weird Aztec symbol. We're discussing ticket booths and how that works. And it's very late while we are recording this. I'm very tired. I think they were still wide awake. Part of me wishes we put the ticket station on the other side, honestly. Because the thing, we talked about this with the manor, where we're going to have certain builds will stop us building this direction. The rail station is one of these. So we've lost this side. This side is as far we go now. I was really hoping we'd get these blocks, like, maybe one of them right away, so it's okay with the manor. But I was hoping these blocks would come a lot later, so we'd get a pretty wide spread town. Whereas we've got, obviously the manor's huge, so it's not as bad. This one's fairly close, but it's now blocked off the, I think this is the north side. No, this is the south side. North is the other way. I think. Sun sets in the east. It sets behind the manor. So yeah, this should be the north side. Alright, so they are working on the ticket booth. I'm working on the roof. And we're making it a curved roof. We did discuss glass. Because of the way this curves and angles, it looks really weird. So I only put glass on the very, very, very top. They changed their stairs to slabs. They want to bring out that walkway a little bit more. I'm being angry at the direction of log blocks, honestly. Because it's a pain in my tushy. So I don't think, yeah, you can't quite see it because we're focusing more on them building the ticket station, or the main entrance. I'm playing with the roof. You can see I popped it out. I'm putting pink glass in. And then I'm going to frame the inside with andesite. So that we get the nice, we get that border. See? Yeah, I decide. And I went with pink glass. Again, we picked a color by accident because it looked nice. And we're rolling with it. We accepted it is a chocolate strawberry. It is a chocolate strawberry shortcake. It is life. Lighting this place up is going to suck. I do regret putting this wall in because I put the tube in so we could see the tube. But it is hard to see. And here you go, I'm trying to figure out lighting. I've put end rods down. End rods are pretty, right? Like we like these. These are good. Temporary lighting. And I've brought out the rail. We're just getting rid of that because that's way too close. I don't know how far I have to go. So you'll see the template again, as I said earlier, but I feel like I might have to bring that further out. So we're on the outside of the wall. Alright. So we're bringing up the curve. I don't know what A is doing. They're wandering off. I think we're trying to make it not look like a dick. I think that is the problem, is we're discussing not looking like a dick. And that's not as easy as it sounds. There we go, we got that curve going. And then I bring up my circle chart because I need a help. I need a friend. My circle chart is my friend. And then we've also got we've got that raised platform. We discussed putting a window. We discussed putting a mosaic to bring in more of the glazed terracotta. There's not a lot of glazed terracotta. It's just the floor. So I feel like this build kind of failed in that aspect. We didn't use as much glazed terracotta as I would have liked. It is not the primary focus. The dark oak is definitely there. Definitely got dark oak covered. But I feel like we could have done better with the glazed terracotta. But also glazed terracotta is such an odd damn block. It's very hard. If they gave us glazed terracotta slabs, it might be a little easier. Not even stairs, just give me slab. And it would be okay. If I did that, if I had glazed terracotta slabs, I would have slabbed the roof. Like where we got that andesite border, I would have used glazed terracotta. But we don't have that. God damn you, Minecraft. That's something I want. I want glazed terracotta slabs. I want sideways half slabs. That is so easy to do. It would work so well and help me with my life. But no, we can't have that. There we go. Different angle. We're looking inside the tube now. We got that curve done. I still have an opening on this side. And we can see a little bit more of the inside now. It's very, very pink, but very, very nice. I'm very happy with it so far. They're working on the stairs on the other side. I originally didn't want that, but they look good, so we left them. and I'm angry. I'm trying to do a mosaic, and we learned with this that glazed terracotta, though directional, is impossible to directional on a flat surface. There is one corner you can't do. For the life of me, I could not get one specific side to face. It's pissing me off. I closed it off. I did a shorter window, and then I went to go play with lighting. I lost my lighting mod, so I don't see light levels anymore. I'm fully relying on guesswork and memory, so I'm using these actual end rod pillars, which are very nice. They're just enough white that it looks good with the glazed terracotta pink. It's not too bad. It's not obscene. It's not a bunch of hanging lanterns. These look nice, and I did bring them back from the tavern. The gaudy ass tavern. Not the temple, the tavern. So we brought those here because the tavern is gaudy and very fancy, and I figured this is as well with their glazed terracotta flooring. So I'm kind of guessing. I'm putting guesswork on how far end rod's lighting goes, because I don't actually know. Because torches are like 14 or 15. The max is 15. Frog lights, I'm pretty sure, are also 15. I think end rods are less. I think end rods are 12. Don't quote me on that though. But I know they're not the best. I know they're not perfect. So I'm taking a guess. I'm pretty sure that I'll mass out. And now I'm adding decorations. We've got bench. I'm putting some benches in. I'm also putting trash cans in. You'll see those later. I think we're going to be able to see one in the wall. And I played with a few designs of trash cans, but the ones that I ended up with, I'm very happy with. I think they're cute. They're not quite the cauldron with the trapdoor, but they are quite similar. And they're a little more functional, so that you could actually throw stuff in there and rifle through the trash. And you can see it is just two barrels side by side with two iron trapdoors. It looks like a pair of trash cans. Because here, trash cans are in pairs. There's a recycling for bottles, and there's a trash for everything else. Even though we're supposed to have a third one here, there's also supposed to be the compost here. When you go outside, 90% of the time you do not find that. It is hard. Though it is illegal to throw food in the garbage now, so I always find that funny. You're supposed to walk around with your like nasty food scraps until you find that compost bin, and it's very strange. Or just not have leftover food. Alright, so we're finished pulling off the roof. Kind of finishing it. I went to go check out the stairs. Because they also started, we made a cubby by accident with the stair design on the other side. So we are building a little coffee shop, because it's just, we can. They're putting windows in, I'm building a coffee shop. Priorities, folks, priorities. I do end up, I think I messed up their stairs a little bit on the other side, but I did fix it. I had to change a full block to a slab, just so I could get the stair block in. There we go. Now I can put glass in, and it looks like a little ticket window. Look how cute I am. They are naming it. I think it ended up with a joke name, and then we just never changed it. I think it's Java Junction. We'll see it later. But there is, like, it's got barrels, it's got brewing stands, it's got a cauldron for water. It's just a cute little... oh, sorry, coffee shop. So we move the camera back. I think I end up going around with some lichen. No, we're fixing the roof on the other side. I'm bringing this out a bit more so it's not as flat. And we'll probably bring the roof, like the very tip of the roof, so it's going to come out, it's going to curve in, and then come out again. And I feel like that's going to be nice. They're working on the ticket booth again, finally. They've gone back to it. I go back to my roof. Lighting on the outside now. That's a problem. I can't see light levels. The only thing I can throw up here to light it, if I don't want to do 1,000 buttons, I'm not playing the button game on this one, is lichen. Do I love lichen? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I really do. Do I know how high the light level is? I know it's really low. So I'm taking a guess. Their light level chart still works, so they do come by, and I think they light up like the one spot I miss. I also throw some moss in because now it just reminds me of a giant old log. Obviously nobody's coming up here to clean it. That's why the lichen's there. And while they finish the ticket, I'm building the template of the rail. I want a gradual incline that gets really steep, so it's like a whoomp. Oh, that was my phone I hit. So you can see that it's like 3, it's 2, it's 2, and then just a gradual, but then a straight up 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we do old our coke and change this to concrete on top, because concrete powder can't float unless I put string underneath. And I'd rather just have another block underneath to make my life easier. Boop, 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 boop. Now my original plan for this, I realized wasn't going to work with what I wanted. So we kept it, originally I wanted these 2 tracks to converge into 1, as you can see there. And then I realized that ain't gonna fly. That don't look nice. We need it to be wider. We needed to bring back the double track. They need to be able to go side by side. So that's kind of what I want. I might... There's no light up here is a problem. So I might just change this slightly. I may make, with these slabs, put a frog light underneath every once in a while, as well as a powered rail, which are also not up here. But otherwise, it's okay. I put some more lichen now that they've finished their roof side. I hit my camera. There we go. We were having cat zoomies all through the night. So they're back to trying to bring in more terracotta, because I mentioned it looks like garbage. So I'm just watching them. I'm done. I've finished my template. My only other option is to do the tunnel template. But again, I want to build a little bit more of the rest of the build so I know how deep I can actually go. I feel like I'm gonna have to go to like level 50. The tavern is on Y69. The lapis blocks are actually at Y69 is the one I remember because it's a funny number, haha. Yeah, I went back inside. They have these weird sitting areas, so I went and decorated those a bit with my weird end lights. And then I was fucking with their blocks. It was funny. Because they were trying to find a good gate. I was like, oh, cyan. Or gray terracotta. Nope, it looks bad. It looked bad. And they're placing buttons. These are semi-functional. The double one does not function as well as we want. We could fix that with redstone. No. We decided not to. That's not happening. That is a not today task. Or this morning, depending on how you look at it. Or was that not this morning task? Oh, my horsey is crying. I heard that cry of attention. He's not getting any. Because everyone's ignoring the horse. Alright, so now we've got this. We want this not really enclosed, we just want an overhang. So I go grab the fences. They're playing with gate lines. The signs are okay. I'm actually not mad at the signs, so I was trying to copy it and they decided against it and went with gates. I'm not mad at that either, so I left it alone. And I put more lichen down. So you can see how ridiculously close we are to the post office. It's pretty bad. I will not be able to bring a rope down on this side just because of how close we are. And we play with our ticket booths. And then we got the trapdoors side. I play with paintings because I forgot how paintings work. There we go. And I did leave the back exposed, and I don't like that square they put down. I cut it off. So they tried to be like, oh look, it's fine. I'm like, that is a weird looking pattern of skulk. I don't know how I feel about it. I might have to come back and fix this road. It's not connected yet. The road is fully not connected. It's just connected to the front. Alright. Tour on Faithful. You guys can now see this end, which you couldn't before. At least it doesn't look like a penis anymore. It's got 2 weird shaped buildings off the side. It no longer looks phallic. Alright, let's go inside. You guys can see the ticket booths. Those are exposed for the redstone. got our little ticket booths. We'll go up first. We got our seating area. Look how nice that is. I'm walking on the fence. Don't walk on the railings of train stations, you will get hurt. This weird X pattern of stairs I kind of like though. And obviously Java Junction. There it is. We've got our functional little coffee shop. Very cute, very adorable. You can see our trash cans a little bit better. Don't walk over the rails, guys. And I did put graffiti on some of those chairs. It was very fitting. Look at that. It's just nice. It's just nice. I also put a trash can there. Our little rail station. He's so cute. Alright, Beadycraft. Show me what you got. I'm not mad at Beadycraft. I do notice in Beadycraft that some of the logs are out of place. And does that irritate me? Yes. Yes, it does. Will I fix it? Maybe. If I remember. Alright. They did put lichen here. Lichen was placed because it wasn't lit up. And I'm like, it's just gonna be a signpost later. We're gonna put the lamps out here. It's fine. And it's just... Beadycraft doesn't have... it does, but it's supporter only still for the texture packs of cherry and bamboo. Got our pink lights. It makes the terracotta much more vibrant. And it's really nice. And yeah, that's gray terracotta inside the Java Junction. I thought it was more fitting. We've got the park. We've got the trains. Look at how nice it is. And then again, you probably won't see that later. That will be a wall. That's our little, that's Beadycraft. Now Alacrity, our outside mod. This is half outside. But it's not the half outside that I like. The lichen looks great on the building. Kinda. The logs, they changed the texture of the logs depending on the direction, and I'm not sure how fond I am of that. And the glazed terracotta. That's something going on there. We got our ticket booth, we got our lines. They don't have cherry here either. I thought they did. I guess not. The end rods look nice. Trash cans look nice. The glazed terracotta does not look nice. And even the glass, which is 50-50 for me in these mods. Mods resource packs. Like, it lost the pattern even. This one kept its pattern. But like, it lost its pattern fully. You've got our little walkway. So that's not, it's just nice. Minus the floor. I don't like the floor. The seating's still okay. I feel like we should change the seating to spruce so it wouldn't blend in as much and you could actually see it. Straight up just a wall of the post office there. Alright, Tooniverse. I want to vomit. I hate it. I hate it. What'd you do to Dark Oak? Why does it look kind of purple? It's something. Something, that's for dang sure. I like the black glaze. It looks like Christmas lights. Adorable. Alright. That's weird. I'm okay with the trapdoors even. Oh, look at the cherry trapdoors. Oh, those are nice. Okay, you wanted me back, Tooniverse. Like, the trash cans look great now. Excellent. Good job. Good job on that. Tooniverse, you will never have my lack there of trapdoors. You did that well. Maybe not andesite. You did andesite dirty. We got the Java Junction. Oh, actually, you know what? I like the glazed terracotta in here. It looks like normal people. Orange. Also, why is concrete purple? That's black concrete. I'm not mad. I'm overall not super mad. It's a little weird. It's still really vibrant, but this whole build is like really bright because of the pink. But overall, not mad. Alright, our final one. Show me the brown. Yep, there it is. I do love the... I feel like they did flower as well. Lichen and Flowers Coven did well. Which is what I was expecting when I got this resource pack. I expected witchy shit. I expected all the witchy shit. Not everything is brown. Is that a requirement of being a witch? What do you see? The color brown? Cool. Then you pass. You can become a witch. The gates are nice. Look at the cherry trapdoors! Oh, they're trellises! Oh, that's cute. Look how nice that is. The brown andesite. I don't think they changed the terracotta at all. I don't think that changed at all. I think that's the same block. I also noticed one of those floorings in the wrong spot. I wish people knew how to take care of dogs and just put them in a different room instead of yelling at them repeatedly. But oh well. That's nice. See, that's not too bad. Overall, the rail station, again, probably not my favorite. I didn't think this would be my favorite anyway. But it's not bad at all. There we go, got a different angle. Again, this is probably a mid build for me. It's not the bottom 5, it's not the top 5. I like it though. Probably closer to the top than the bottom. Alright, so one last overview. Next episode we are building not over there. We're gonna build beside the pool, I think. We're gonna actually pan over here. We're gonna watch the sunset for a moment. 'Cause look at that town. Look at that beauty. Look how nice that is in the setting sun with the fog. It's good. I'm happy. Rail station looks like a penis from over here. Yeah, so we're gonna build beside the park. We're gonna fill in this ravine a little bit. But we're gonna build beside the park and we're going to make it a little further so that the road can come up around, in my opinion. I might actually make it so the road automatically turns that way if we're gonna build in front of the straight dead end. But with the sun setting over the town and day 23 ending, we're almost done. We've got less, like, a week and a half, I think, left. So I hope you all have a wonderful time. You're having a wonderful December, and that your day ends are happy as well as your year. See you tomorrow, folks.